of these people who they call Karen, sometimes I imagine, are they even human beings? Like, how can somebody be so wicked? Like, God, it's insane, honestly. But guess what? They are really getting what they deserve on this video. Please keep watching, and I'll be back with what I have to say at the end of the video.
Yeah, so stop filming in my building. Ma'am? No, walk away or I will call the cops.
Ma'am, I'm trying to ask you a question. What patient
Do you want me to call the cops?
What?
Get off the property.
For what? They were just here. Somebody already called.
That's great. This is a medical building. You cannot film.
We can film.
You cannot.
Why?
It's a medical building. It's HIPAA.
Okay, but we're not covered under HIPAA. You are.
Yeah, so stop filming in my building.
Ma'am?
No, walk away or I will call the cops.
Ma'am, I'm trying to ask you a question. What patient information do you have facing the sidewalk?
You can see in there are patients in there and you have cars. The license plates link the patients to.
He says he's fighting for children. But today, he's fighting everyone. Cameras up, voices louder. Don't touch me. I'll put you on the ground. Outside a post office. Rights collide.
Can I talk to your friend here for a second? Yeah. Somebody just said that something happened and the person had red dreads. So
what? Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Wow.
Do you just have an ID on you really quick? Yeah, I'm serious.
Can he know what he's being accused of?
A robbery.
You being accused of robbing somebody?
What the?
You're being accused of something? So you want to see his ID to see if he just robbed someone because he fits the description of red dress. Okay, I want to join this game. Which one of us robbed him? I have red hair. If he sees your ID, he's going to know if you robbed somebody or not. His ID is going to say, I robbed someone or not.
If I just get your name really quick.
Spidey,
is it okay if I get your name really quick? I'm going to put you in handcuffs.
Apparently, I'm out here robbing people. Yes, I want your badge number and business card.
I don't have to give you my badge.
You don't have to give me your badge number?
I'm not talking to
you don't have. I just want it. I want your badge number. Where's your lieutenant, bro?
I don't understand what's going on.
Get out of here with that. Really found? Get out of here.
It happened and the person had red dreads.
Yeah, let's take a look.
It sounds like I'm afraid. He's out of my house.
You invited us in, man. Yeah, you just asked us to come in.
No, I'm not mad at you guys. No, it's cool. Here you go.
I slammed on my brakes and my dog smashed into my dashboard. If I had not slammed on my brakes, and mind you, I'm going very slow watching out for your blind one, your younger dog would be dead right now. Your younger dog does this quite frequently. You need to figure something out and control your dogs or one of them will end up getting hit and killed by someone.
Okay.
I don't believe in those. You know, I don't mean it that way. What I mean is he is a bad neighbor. Maybe better said that way, right?
I'm just trying to figure out, because he said up until today he's seen you go past and you've always waved at each other and everything, and he's
yeah. Well, here's what the mistake he made.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. Watch this. I said, as I nearly blew his dog.
I saw you back there by the benches. You snatched him right out from under that stroller. Don't pretend you didn't. That's my dog. His name is Milo. Look at him. Look at him. You even left the tag on. You're not even trying to hide it. Give him back or I'm calling the cops right now.
This is my dog. His name's Bruno. Got him 2 years ago.
No, you didn't. I know my own dog. I know that face. You're lying. You can't just...
Travis immediately uncomfortable, and then she started shouting. The smart glasses captured everything that happened next from Travis's point of view. You can see his hands relaxed on his lap. You can see Bruno's leash extending down to where the dog is sniffing the ground. You can see the paved path and the autumn leaves scattered across it. And then Dawn Nestor enters the frame, pointing, her face contorted with what she clearly believes is righteous anger. Her voice is shrill, accusatory, cutting through the peaceful afternoon like a siren. That's my dog. I saw you back there by the benches. You snatched him right out from under that stroller. Don't pretend you didn't. Travis's perspective shifts slightly as he processes what he's hearing. The glasses capture his confusion, the slight tilt of his head as he tries to make sense of the accusation. Bruno looks up from his sniffing, his bat-like ears perked forward. The woman is still coming, still shouting, her partner now fully visible behind her, arms crossed, silent but menacing. That's my dog. His name is Milo. Look at him, look at him. She's gesturing wildly now, pointing at Bruno like he's stolen property, like his very existence with Travis is proof of a crime. Travis's voice, when he finally speaks, is calm. You can hear it clearly in the audio captured by the glasses, that deliberate steadiness people use when they're trying to de-escalate a situation that makes no sense. But before he can get a word out, Dawn continues her rant. You even left the tag on. You're not even trying to hide it. Give him back or I'm calling the cops right now. The tag she's referring to is Bruno's collar tag, the one with Travis's name and phone number engraved on it, the one Bruno has worn since he was a puppy. But Dawn isn't looking at the tag. She's not checking details. She's already decided what's happening here, and facts are irrelevant to that decision. Travis finally manages to respond, his tone still measured, still calm. This is my dog. His name is Bruno. Got him 2 years ago. It's a simple statement of fact. Not defensive, not aggressive, just the truth. But Dawn doesn't want truth. She wants validation of the narrative she's constructed in her head. Her response is immediate, dismissive, hysterical. No, you didn't. I know my own dog. I know that face. You're lying. You can't just steal someone's dog. The glasses capture the moment Travis stands up. You can see his hands reaching for Bruno's leash, pulling the dog closer protectively. Bruno is confused now, his tail tucked slightly, sensing the tension in the air. He presses against Travis's leg, the way dogs do when they're uncertain, seeking safety from the person they trust most. And that's when Dawn makes her move. She lunges forward, her hand reaching for the leash. The smart glasses capture it perfectly. Her beige coat sleeve, her outstretched fingers, the desperation in her movement. Travis pulls back instinctively, turning his body to shield Bruno from her grasp. Don't touch my dog, he says, and there's steel in his voice now, the calm starting to crack under the pressure of someone trying to physically take his pet from him. Her partner steps forward then, moving into Travis's space, using his size as intimidation. He doesn't say anything, but he doesn't need to. The message is clear. Comply or this gets physical. Travis is aware of the dynamics shifting, aware that he's outnumbered.
Excuse me, can I get some help, please?
I'm busy. Get in line. Have a great day.
Hi, medium latte, please.
We're out.
Are you sure?
Try another store.
Employees treated customers when they thought no one important was watching. Without another word, Lewis nodded and walked out of the store. He had seen enough. The situation wasn't just about poor customer service. It was about something much deeper and more troubling. As he walked back to his car, his mind raced with questions. How many other customers had experienced this? How many had walked away feeling disrespected and unwelcome? Lewis knew one thing for certain. This wasn't the end of the story. It was just the beginning. Lewis walked out of the store that day without saying a word about who he really was, but inside, he was deeply troubled. This wasn't just about bad service. It was about blatant discrimination, something he had worked hard to keep out of his company. Back at Golden Brew's headquarters, Lewis wasted no time diving into the matter. He pulled up customer feedback and employee reports from the city branch he had visited. What he found only added to his frustration. Complaints about rude service and unfair treatment kept popping up, many of them mentioning a blonde employee. Some customers even suggested they felt unwelcome because of their race. It didn't take long to connect the dots. Karen had a history of this behavior. Lewis also discovered that Jessica, the store manager, hadn't filed any official reports. Determined to get to the bottom of it, he invited Jessica to a private meeting. At first, Jessica seemed hesitant. She admitted she had noticed Karen's behavior but hadn't said anything. Karen's popular with some of the staff. She explained nervously. If I called her out, I was worried it'd cause tension. I didn't want to make things worse. Lewis listened carefully, his expression calm but serious. He assured Jessica that creating a fair and welcoming workplace was more important than avoiding conflict. He thanked her for her honesty but made it clear that allowing such behavior to continue wasn't acceptable. With Jessica's cooperation, Lewis started planning his next move. 1 week later, Lewis returned to the same Golden Brew branch, but this time, he wasn't in casual clothes. Dressed sharply in a tailored suit, he walked in with a small team of executives. The sight of them caused the store to fall silent. Customers paused mid-sip, and employees whispered nervously among themselves. Karen, oblivious to what was about to happen, was chatting with another employee when Lewis called for a staff meeting. "Can I have everyone's attention, please?" he said, his voice steady but commanding. The staff gathered in the seating area, their faces a mix of curiosity and worry. Karen leaned against the counter, still scrolling on her phone, until she realized who.
Hey, you can't be down here. This is a private dock. You're trespassing.
Ma'am, this dock belongs to the city. It's public
You tell me-
access, and I'm just fishing. Here's my license.
I don't care what that card says. People pay to use this slip, and I don't want you here. Pack it up before I
You're
call the
welcome to
police.
call them. They'll tell you the same thing if I'm allowed to
Not
be
while
here.
I'm responsible for this problem.
For Victor Terry, fishing was a way to find peace. But on a public dock in Fort Lauderdale, he found something else entirely. A woman named Roxanne Torfey who believed that her zip code gave her the right to police the waterways. She stormed down the dock, demanding he leave, claiming ownership of public land. She had no idea that her tirade was being recorded, or that the police she threatened to call would end up teaching her a humiliating lesson in property law. What you just saw was the arrogance of ownership where none exists. A woman trying to evict a citizen from public property. You saw the confrontation. Now, we're going to tell you the full story and reveal the moment the police arrived and shattered her entitled delusion. If you believe public land belongs to everyone, hit that subscribe button and tell us in the comments if you've ever had to defend your right to be in a public space. The story begins on a Tuesday morning in late October, when Victor Terry woke up before dawn with one thought on his mind: redfish. He was a 34-year-old high school biology teacher, and fishing wasn't just a hobby for him. It was a form of meditation, a way to disconnect from the stress of lesson plans and grading papers and the endless demands of teaching teenagers about cellular respiration. On the water, with a rod in his hand and the sound of waves lapping against wooden pilings, Victor found the kind of peace that no meditation app could provide. He had been fishing the canals and inlets around Fort Lauderdale since he was a kid, and he knew every spot worth casting a line. That morning, he had decided to try a dock he had been eyeing for weeks. It was a weathered wooden structure that jutted out into one of the quieter canals, surrounded by upscale condominiums with balconies overlooking the water. Victor had done his homework. He had pulled up the city property maps online, cross-referenced them with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's public access database, and confirmed what he suspected. The dock was a public easement, maintained by the city and open to anyone with a valid fishing license. The fact that it was surrounded by expensive real estate didn't change that. Public land was public land, regardless of who lived nearby. By 7 in the morning, Victor was standing on that dock with his tackle box at his feet and his fishing rod assembled. The day was overcast, the sky a blanket of gray clouds that made the canal water look darker than usual, a choppy greenish-brown that reflected the wind rippling across the surface. The breeze was strong enough to make Victor zip up his light blue hoodie, but not strong enough to ruin the fishing. He baited his hook with a live shrimp, cast his line out toward the deeper water near the center of the canal, and settled in to wait. This was the part he loved most: the waiting, the quiet anticipation, the possibility that at any moment something beneath the surface might take notice and bite. What Victor didn't notice, at least not at first, was the woman watching him from one of the condo balconies above. Roxanne Torfey was in her mid-50s, a resident of the Harborview condominiums for the past 8 years, and she considered herself one of the stewards of the property. She wasn't on the homeowners association board, but she liked to think of herself as an unofficial enforcer of community standards.
Go back to Korea! Go back to Korea! Yeah! Go back to Korea! I don't care. Go back to Korea. Absolutely not. Go back, yes sir. No. Yes ma'am. Racist, sexist, ageist. Go back to Korea. I'm born in the United States. You're not. You're a moron. Aren't you?
Oh! That's the best stuff I've ever seen.
principal ruins graduation.
You people are being so rude to not listen to this speech. It was my fault that we missed it in the program. Look who's leaving, all the black people.
Do you have any intention of cleaning up this mess? This is not how civilized people live.
Tell me about it, Mrs. Wendell.
Nick.
My purse, baby. Stay right here, okay?
Some of us are just about fed up.
That's right, Mama. We beat their asses.
Y'all, I'm just trying to finish my workout, and this lady has been standing behind me for 10 minutes asking who I am and why I'm here.
Because you won't show a key fob. Residents use key fobs. It's not that hard.
I live here. I literally live here. I'm not about to stop mid-set to prove anything
According
to
to
you.
me, isn't proof either.
For Jasmine Taylor, a workout was supposed to be stress relief. But in the gym of her own apartment building, she found herself the target of a woman who believed that safety meant policing the only black person in the room. Susan Harbor demanded papers, demanded proof, and demanded submission. She had no idea that the young woman she was harassing was not only a legal resident, but was recording a video that would turn Susan into the internet's latest example of what happens when prejudice meets a camera. What you just saw was the definition of entitlement. A stranger demanding proof of residency from a neighbor just trying to lift weights. You saw the confrontation. Now, we're going to tell you the full story and reveal the moment management arrived to deliver a reality check that left Susan speechless. If you believe everyone deserves to work out in peace, hit that subscribe button and tell us in the comments if you've ever been profiled in your own building. 2 weeks earlier, Jasmine Taylor had been standing in the lobby of the Ascend with her arms full of boxes, staring up at the soaring glass atrium and thinking that she'd finally made it. At 26 years old, with a growing freelance graphic design business and a lease signed on a luxury condo in downtown Dallas, she felt like all those late nights and tight budgets had been worth it. The Ascend wasn't just an apartment building. It was a statement. All polished concrete and floor-to-ceiling windows, with amenities that read like a resort brochure. Rooftop pool, co-working spaces, a coffee bar in the lobby, and a state-of-the-art fitness center that had been one of the selling points when Jasmine toured the building. She'd imagined herself there in the mornings before client calls, getting her miles in on the treadmill, maybe trying out the weight machines she'd been too intimidated to use at her old gym. The move-in process had been smooth. The leasing agent, a cheerful woman named Monica, had walked her through everything. Trash chutes on every floor, package lockers in the mail room, and the key fob system that controlled access to the building's amenities. Jasmine's fob was sleek and black, stamped with the Ascend's logo, and it hung on her keychain next to her car keys and a small succulent charm her best friend had given her for good luck. She'd used it a dozen times already, swiping into the lobby when she forgot her keys upstairs, accessing the rooftop to watch the sunset over the Dallas skyline, and on her third night in the building, entering the gym for the first time. That first workout had been everything she'd hoped for. The gym was empty at 7 in the evening, all sleek equipment and motivational quotes printed on the walls in minimalist sans serif font. She'd done 30 minutes on the elliptical, tried out the cable machine, and left feeling like she'd christened her new life properly. Over the next 2 weeks, She'd fallen into a routine. Work from home during the day, fielding client emails and tweaking logo designs, then head down to the gym around 6 or 7 to clear her head. Some evenings the gym was busier, a handful of residents scattered across the treadmills and weight benches, everyone in their own world with earbuds in and eyes on their own reflections. Jasmine liked it that way, anonymous and unbothered, just another resident taking advantage of the amenities her rent paid for. She never noticed anyone paying particular attention to her, and she certainly never noticed Susan Harbor.
Hey, yo, check this shit out. I know y'all probably seen this shit already.
Stop playing me before I beat your ass.
Get her, sis.
Stop playing me before I beat the fuck out of you.
Get her, sis.
Stop playing me before I beat the fuck out of you.
Fuck that hunky up.
Stop playing me before I beat
Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna show your ass.
See, a lot of y'all be talking to them too much. You can't be talking to them. Violate them. Violate them. You feel me? Straight up violate. I'm violating. Straight up and down.
You ain't fucking. Look at her. Look at her.
Get her, sis. Good. Fuck her. Bitch.
Right. Fucking dumbass hoe. Stop.
Yeah, that's right. Come correct. It's called respect. You heard? Fuck up. You should've clipped out all her hair, sold that shit. It wouldn't have been worth nothing anyway. But you know they don't have no good genetics.
Look at her. Look at her. Call me another. Call me another nigga.
Just because you're white doesn't mean you have something over here.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that you understand what I was trying to say. Fuck you!
Oh my god, I'm in a restaurant toilet right now because I'm still shaking. It's because I was just walking on the street and then someone just came up to me and split on me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why did you just split on me? And then he was like, you fuck off, Chinese people. I'm like, what the hell? What did I do wrong? I did nothing wrong. Seriously, I don't get this world. What the fuck is wrong with London? Seriously, I didn't even do anything wrong. They just split on me for no reason. I hate this so much. People being so racist. Why can't people just be nice to each other? It's so annoying.
אוקיי, הוא אומר לי, בית יפה, אמרתי לו, כן, תודה, עכשיו בסך הכל אתה צריך ללכת. אמרתי לה, תשארו מאחורה, אתם לא זוזים אותו, אתה אומר לה, רגע, לבוא, הייתי רוצה לקבל לו פעם הבאה, תן לי את הכרטיס. פחד מלופה.
I'm going to map this fence all the way to the back property corner. So you'll have this whole line, so you'll know everything going on all the way to the back.
Okay. Probably safe to say. It's probably
well, yeah.
So what should we do? Like 6 inches in?
This front section is.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell.
The other one is kind of back there, so we'll map it and then we'll be able to see what it's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
עכשיו הוא הולך לתת לך לדשא או לא? אני הייתי מציע שתפתחו את הדשא ולצאת. למה?
Cut the grass. I'm not going to cut it for you. No, you guys will have to do that.
זה מה שחשבתי. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to make sure that...
So, I have a question. Are they gonna... So...
Well, if you just string line from there to there, you guys can do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be up to you guys.
Can you go and get us the line, the wire that makes the mark?
That makes the mark?
Yeah, the one that you tie up in one side.
Oh.
It does that and it goes like
Oh, yeah.
You know, what will the black folks do and stuff? We should be running down the street screaming, ramping, and raving, because when you look at the statistics, who is the one dying? From the policemen, from the KKK, from the skinheads. What
The young lady said she's afraid of violence. And isn't it sad that we who have been the victims of so much violence, now whites fear violence from us? We do not have a history of killing white people. White people have a history of killing us. See? And what you fear, may I say this, sir? What you fear, and it's a deep guilt thing that white folks suffer. You are afraid that if we ever come to power, we will do to you and your fathers what you and your people have done to us. And I think you are judging us by the state of your own mind, and that is not necessarily the mind of black people.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, I'm fine. Yes, I'm here concerning the complainants about the employees. Your employees, they've laid their complaints and they were not attended proper, and also there are a lot of complaints regarding their salaries whenever there is a shortage of food inside the shop. You took their money, 1,000 rand, and then they don't get proper payments, and now you are threatening them to chase away. So the land was in cars.
The only thing I'm going to say to you is that it has gone to Famous Brands lawyers that have looked at it, and that is where it stops. You've now dealt with people Monday, Tuesday, and today, so that's where we are.
So why did you allow your management and yourself to exploit these ladies while they are working perfectly for you?
Sorry, just hold it a second. According to the Copy Act, these people aren't allowed to film me.
Okay, I remember.
So you take your pictures away?
Yes.
The staff aren't allowed on this property at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is now in the hands of the normal route and the Department of Labour and the CCMA, and that's where it rests now.
No. But
yes, it does.
No, you need to listen to their complaints, and
we have listened to their complaints.
And then these are valid complaints.
Excuse me, we've listened to their complaints now for 2 days.
And then what have you done?
We had.
What have you done? So the land could be done.
Okay.
No.
Just hold it a second. Just hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not going to. This was dealt with yesterday.
How it was dealt with?
Famous Brands was here.
All the contracts were. Don't tell us that we are not allowed here because we still wake us here. Where is the dismissal letters? Where are they?
No. Listen. Do not shout at me.
No, they have a right. They have a right.
Okay.
They have a right.
Please take the right to put it outside there, and then I'll talk to you.
Come again?
No, all I'm saying, please take them out of here into that area.
All I have to say is, be prepared. When you see people like this, be at your best. Get your cameras, get your evidences, and do not hold back. Retaliate as fast as you can. If you don't want to retaliate and you have all of your evidences, please call the cops on them. If you're lucky, you would get a very good and fair judgment. And that is just the truth. What the hell? How do people even deal with this? Like, sometimes these things are, would I say this is a mental issue? It must be a mental problem, to be honest. Like, how would you just hate somebody, or maybe suspect people of what they are not, even in the first place? Like, make this make sense to me. How do people even go on life being just very, very wicked? It's really sad, to be honest. Very, very sad. I've not seen this in my entire life. And honestly, watching videos like this, I learn what to actually do. And I'm so pleased. I'm pleased with my fellow black people. I like the instant karma. Yes, it's well served. Let me see your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this video? And do not forget, it's BJ and Global Gist to BJ. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.